Hey, what's going on? Ryan Knowlton here. We are going to discuss some of my concert memories. Okay, I've been to a lot of concerts. I'm not even going to tell you how many because it's too much, but it's over 1,000. And we're going to talk today about my first concert. It just happens to be 40 years ago this year. And back every 4th of July in St. Louis, where I'm from, they had an event called the VP Fair. In fact, I saved a beer can from that year. You can see that, 1982. The Veil Prophet Parade. And remember those pull-off caps? Anyway, in 1982, they had a great lineup. Chuck Berry, Elton John, Dionne Warwick, Bob Hope, Roy Clark, Quarterflash, I think Elton John, of course, again, and the Beach Boys. So the Beach Boys was my first show ever. I was 9 years old. There was 500,000 people there. There was, some people say there was, in the 3-day party, which it was, for 4th of July, there was 3 million people there. 500,000 people attended the show that I went to. This is back in the days when you could bring your own coolers. You could just walk in with a cooler, drink your own beer. It was 103 degrees. When Elton John took the stage, he dressed up as a St. Louis policeman and walked through the crowd so that he could get on stage. Because it's hard to navigate 500,000 people. My twin brother and I collected roach clips. We didn't know they were roach clips. I don't think my parents even knew they were roach clips. Remember the roach clips with the leather strings and the colored feathers on them that people would put in their hair? I think we were buying those for like $1. They disappeared after a while at the house. I think either my brother, who was 7 years older, again, I'm 9, I think he may have taken those, or maybe my parents got wise and realized that they were paraphernalia. Anyway, we saw the Beach Boys. This is a year before Dennis Wilson dies, so you have the classic lineup. Mike Love, Al Jardine, Bruce Johnston, Carl Wilson, and Dennis Wilson. Of course, Brian Wilson has a nervous breakdown in '66. He never really tours with them during the height of their career. So this is a classic lineup. I have the set list here. I have Wouldn't It Be Nice, Little Deuce Coupe, I Get Around, God Only Knows, Do It Again, California Girls, and Good Vibrations. By the way, Chuck Berry opens up. But I don't really remember seeing Chuck Berry. I remember seeing this. I remember when my mom put her hands over my eyes because the girl in front of me took her shirt off. I remember just an onslaught of hits after the hits. The Beach Boys have kind of been forgotten about because they've hung around almost too long. They've had infighting. It's almost old-fashioned music, but back then, it was just part of the culture. They were America wrapped up in a bow, and all those songs were just household songs that everybody knew. I was talking to somebody today. I feel like this is the last concert of the 70s, July of '82. People were swimming in the river, in the ponds there were on the Arch ground. So this is downtown St. Louis underneath the Gateway Arch. It was memorable. Bob Hope later that night performed and did a stand-up routine before the fireworks. My first concert was the Beach Boys. I think a lot of people had the Beach Boys as their first concert because they played huge festivals. Again, they were a huge draw. They're American icons. They influenced the Beatles. Pet Sounds that came out in '66 influenced the Beatles when Sgt. Pepper's came out in '67. Take a listen to Pet Sounds. Go back and listen to some of that. We're going to do a show about my 10 favorite shows of 1992 later this week. We're going to do 2002, 2012, 2022. Peace out. Get ready for Christmas. Have fun. See ya.